I mean,
Say it again, Jeff.
thank you.
Yeah.
I love the recordings. So,
Does it say I check in on us when we're recording?
No, I turned it off. So
Okay.
yeah. Thank you, Mary, for checking in. Okay. So yeah, let me just say that again for the sake of the recording. So we're reviewing, doing a quick review. And as we touch back to the first chakra, this is where there was grounding. It's the root chakra, home, attachment, safety, security. And while all that was important and continues to be important for us to feel grounded and at home, we also have to be ready, willing to move onward and upward and beyond outside of that.
Indeed, that's the whole idea. Liberation is going up, grounding is total manifestation, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's about all we are going to be saying about it, because we hope you'll be talking with each other about your experiences with that. Just a few little things about the second chakra. Uh, we sort of went up off of the earth. We felt safe enough to move up, and we sort of fell into a stream. And we got into this current. And this current carried us around. It carried us into a pool. It took us through some rapids, and then it spit us out into a run. And during that, this is our emotional basis where we begin learning about emotions and handling emotions. This is where we begin developing friendships and relationships with other people, with multiple ages, with our pets. You know, we began to discover that we like to create certain kinds of things. Some of us found we like to create playing sports, and others found we like to create with pen and pencil or ink or paint or play an instrument or something, like some music. Uh, so these energies are these emotional energies are very powerful, because connected here is also the experience of sexuality. And that's a very, very powerful emotion to learn to handle and manage. Um, so we sort of went down the current, through the pools, through the ripples, hit the run, and kept on going downstream. And then we found what, Amy?
Yeah, we move from the waters of the second chakra into the fire of the third. So we land in the solar plexus and we meet our power, our sense of self. This is the seat of the soul. Our mental world begins acting on our needs and our desires. This is where we get to choose. This is the place of choice. Um, yeah, we balance our frustration and the fire again of passion with our choices and the actions that we take. Um, yeah, in some place this is again kind of building on that creation. This is where some of that happens here in this solar plexus. This is where we really begin to bring forth the life that we want.
Uh,
Yeah.
if you look at the first three chakras, this is sort of where we build our life, really,
Mhm.
basically, as we start out. The physical, the emotional, you know, and then our willpower, using our willpower to
Mhm.
do mentally create what it is we feel called that we're to create.
So, a question for you to consider with this third one is just if you could recall as we were going through the journey home, what fires have you dealt with? Have you managed? Have you run into? What are the fires that have shown up in your life? How did you learn to calm them? How have you learned to work with them, to direct that fire, that fuel in a way that's generative and or destructive? What have you learned from the fire of that third chakra? And from there, from the will of that third chakra, we move into the divine will and divine power of the fourth.
Yeah. No, we end up down in the heart chakra. And you know, when you think of the physiology of the body, that heart chakra it's big. You know, it's really big. It's like the cement mixers we have up the road where they're building some new apartments. We churn all of our emotions through there. You know, it's always active. And the one thing I think we have to remember about that one is the energy of this universe is love. So in the heart chakra, we're learning how to balance things, particularly what's flowing in and out of there, because all kinds of emotions are flowing in and out through that heart chakra. And we develop a sense of compassion for ourselves and for others. You know, we're always one way or the other. I don't know, maybe life is that way. Life has always given you opportunities to learn to balance a different kind of emotion in that heart chakra. It just seems to always be there, always working. But that feeling of connection, that feeling of oneness is what develops as we're willing to be open, we're willing to experience that if we're that way, then we're going to have some experiences, both comfortable and uncomfortable ones, but we're going to learn to grow and be more open and more transparent, and begin to suspend or transcend our ego, that protective self we've talked about, and begin to release that creative self that we want to become. So take a look at what has happened to you while you've been here in fourth chakra. That would be some other things you want to talk about when you're in your small group. So any of these four chakras are open for conversations in your small groups, right? And some of you may have had more experience in one than in another. Maybe you want to spend your time there. Amy, what do you want to say?
Well, yeah, I think that, the chakras, as we've moved up these, we've learned so much about our spiritual anatomy, our various bodies, the physical, the energetic, the subtle. And for me, mostly it's really about flow. And when you think of, particularly when we land here in the heart, for that energy, for that love to flow, it's, we often, as we move in our journeys, we meet those demons come in, those blockages come in, and with really just an invitation to offer them love and compassion. And so I'm brought back to, as we come here into the heart chakra, just the importance of our relationship with these chakras and how we move through and how we open and how we release, and what it means to really feel and know flow. Many of us, I think, spoke to that in our word that we described, like open, connected, we. But I think to reflect on what your experience was working with this structure, this anatomy that we've been working with, might be something helpful too to reflect on. Yeah, these chakras are truly a divine template that is, we literally have within our very physical bodies to experience the fullness of who we are, the fullness of who we are as humans, which is human and divine, both. And wow, I just feel like, yeah, so I think even just reflecting on what have you come to know about what it means to be fully human, which has been a line of inquiry that Granny J and I've been on. Maybe that was the point of a connection for us, Granny J, really. This call to know what it means to be fully human.
Yeah, that's what we started out talking about.
Yeah. And so, and what we've come to know is that we're sound and light. We're sound and light. And the more open and connected we are with our heart, that connects us with the one heart, and we can be in resonance and coherence with life. So, a little inspiration, something for you to consider as we go into some deeper sharing. But before we do that, I'm going to start putting you all in pairs here.
Yeah,
Open it up a little bit for some sharing. Anything come up, you all, as we share all that?
yeah. We really want you to just reflect back and take a look at where you started and sort of where you are now. As you walk through these physical chakras and got some understanding of your spiritual body structure.
Hmm. Yeah. Anybody, anything else? Opening it up a little bit before we go into some breakout room. No? Y'all are ready? Yeah, and hopefully everybody got the email that I sent out with the introductions that you offered, yeah, at the beginning of the year. So I think in general, I just really want to say what a year we've been. What a year this has been. A whole year-long journey. And so I really just want to invite whatever feels most important for you to share at this particular time, because we've really created a beautiful sacred space here together, such a container for our growth and our awakening. So, whatever feels right for you to speak to and share as we complete this aspect of the journey and head into the new year and the next chapter, please do so. So, we'll do like, how long you think we need? 15, 20?
I think there need at least 20 minutes, don't you?
Okay, we'll do 20 minutes and we'll see you back here in 20. All right, enjoy everybody. Anna's showing off her creativity, making a Christmas garland. So let's hear from some of you. Please share. We're so curious what came up. Granny Jay and I were in deep sharing ourselves, so we're gonna share as well. But let's hear from
Right, right. I'm sure none of us have ended up exactly as we started. That might be a good place and way to frame it.
I'll share. I was with Marcia, which was fabulous. And can I tell what I'm borrowing from you, Marcia? Marcia came away with this amazing idea that how about when you encounter something, you dig a little deeper and you look at it from that deeper level, which sounds maybe kind of simplistic, but on the other hand, actually doing it, the practice of it is really something I don't even think about sometimes, and maybe messy, and but I thought that was a brilliant takeaway from the journey home this year. I enjoyed our session.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have to share this, you all. I just got a text from my mom saying, I hope class with Granny Jay goes well.
Mm,
Ah,
very sweet.
indeed. That's really sweet.
Well, Anna and I spoke a bit about the fires of the third chakra and how we moved into them, or moved through them. We allowed what needed to burn. We weren't hesitant about what we needed to express. And we grew from it, both from the good and the difficult of that experience. So we're harvesting both, recognizing and witnessing how we are handling things differently now as a result of our journey. Um, and I noted that today I had a friend recommend For Light, John O'Donohue's poem. And I recognize that I'm sitting in this soft place of being quiet light for the next couple of days, just really settling down and allowing and witnessing and not trying to pass judgment on anything. And I'm in a family situation, so you know how amazing that can feel like at times. And I was saying to myself the other day that whether I like it or not, and whether I prefer it or not, you know, Christ blessed me with this specific family to love,
Mhm.
and sitting and residing in that was just really amazing because you're going, wow, okay, this was intentional. You want to talk about God did this intentionally, and it's sort of like, how am I supposed to respond to that? So it's just been a very kind and gentle and loving 2 weeks among family, uh, and not necessarily looking for a specific outcome, just really working on being present. So, um, Anna, do you want to add?
I think you expressed it really well, and Daniel's kind of recovering from the residual of those fires too, and I think recognizing that's part of this journey as well. And I was expressing how I'm just so grateful that, like, even when the times when you get a little bit of perspective, Daniel was talking a lot about witnessing in the moment, and I feel like a lot for me, maybe where the stage of life I'm in is it's a lot of witnessing, looking back, like kind of getting ready for tonight. I was didn't actually think I had a lot of time to reflect, but moments kept coming up and opportunities and literal rivers. I was by for those of you local, I was by the Little Miami River, and just hearing brief lessons from that, and how I can look back when, for instance, in places of choice where I thought I didn't have a lot of choice, and maybe I didn't have a lot of choice in the moment, but then I was able to make choices, about where I'm living and what kind of person I want to be renting from, even things like small things about where do I get stuff from. I can make the choice to
Mhm.
not buy new, even if that's easier. And now being in this place and being really settled, and I was actually with family and looking very much forward to being back here and being back home. Um, I wouldn't have seen that a few months ago, that I could be here now. So yeah, I'm really, really grateful. Um,
What happened to Anna? Oh,
Mic drop.
yeah. Yeah. I'm really glad to be back. Boom. Wow. Okay. I think she'll join again. Hmm.
She said something that reminded me that allowing myself or allowing ourselves to be witnessed is such a gift. And
Mhm.
I can see so much growth in that in this last year, especially like building a home with my partner, whereas before we were long distance for a year. And so I very much was in patterns of kind of retreating and being a hermit. And this year has been a practice in letting people witness me fully. And there are times where that has blown my mind. Like that's where I'm at. I'm just being on a Zoom like this, and they're in the front room studio, like doing a painting right now. And I'm just like, this is heaven. Like, this is amazing that we could share space like this. Or I've been on other Zooms where I'm like chanting and like sitting by my little altar with all my candles, and they're getting ready for work and going off to work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I would be any of my other past partners or anybody, I would be like so embarrassed. I would be doing this stuff like in secret, essentially. And I don't need everybody to see it, but when there are people who I can trust and we can witness each other, and there's like a resonance and a respect, it changes what the practice is so profoundly. And that has been such a gift to me. Like it surprises me over and over again, like, oh yeah, healing happens in relationship and in community, and like you can do all kinds of processing and stuff on your own, but the actual integration happens with other people, and you have to be brave enough to just let them see you. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback on that, Leah, because I think one of the things that felt really beautiful that Granny Jay and I talked about was that very thing. And the role, like we were just so grateful that our hearts were open to one another as we both kind of began to receive this call, this nudge. Maybe we didn't begin to. We had been following our call, I think, which led us, that's the whole point, is we're all following our call in some way or the other, consciously or not. But that, the experience that Granny Jay shared last time with the angels on the plane, that it was no coincidence that that happened right after I had asked her to lead a meditation at the learning journey that Anna was at. So it's like things were getting really clear. And Granny Jay, I'll let you share your experience around that if you want to. But the point is that we were like, wow. And that all of you, in some ways, every single one of you have been part of that, have been part of our answering the call, that resonance. Each one of you have played a role in that. And I hadn't seen that in that way. I hadn't felt it in that way until that moment when we spoke it, just before you all came back in. And I think that that is testimony to the very thing we're learning. That's like it, when our hearts are open to one another. Look at us now. It's like just what I want to say. Look at us now. I mean, like Carla and Eileen and Daniel and I were in the living school, and now look, it's like all the ways. Jen and I were in Fire and Water. I mean, just like we found our way. Marcia and Granny Jay have been teaching for 100 years together, or some crazy thing like that. And here we are. Here we are. It's like such a miracle. Yeah.
I just want to say too, it feels extremely profound that y'all have offered this out of your own generous hearts, and that there hasn't been money put into it, and that everybody else has still showed up and made it a priority is incredible. Because oftentimes it's like the money is actually the thing that will just, oh, fine, I paid the money, like I'll show up. And so that wasn't there. Like it creates something that feels even more special than, because I'm in some other containers that I'm paying to be there. So I'm going to try to juice it for all it's worth. But like when that's taken away, and then you see that everyone still shows up, it's very meaningful.
And shows up. I know that's been huge for me too, Leah. Thank you for speaking that.
Yeah, Leah, thank you. I had not made that connection. That's beautiful. Like, different level of mutual care.
But when Amy and I were talking, we were recalling the fact that we sort of got started on a journey of becoming fully human. We in our conversations, we decided that a lot of our decision making ended up being more based upon fight, flight, fright, or freeze. It just using the medulla and the cerebellum and just responding, not taking the time to reflect on the whole, you know, and a human being is the only one that has this great big beautiful cerebrum up there, but you have to learn to bypass the animal instinctive answer and go to, you know, why am I doing this? Am I being called to do this? Does it feel right? You know, a whole bunch of series of questions that you go through. And we never even discussed money ever once. And this whole time, we sort of feel as you've allowed us to grow. You know, that is a mutual experience, but you're giving us an opportunity to grow. Any thoughts on that, Miss Marcia?
Well, I just thank you a bunch for allowing us to allow you to grow.
Well, you keep spurring us along with questions. Prodding, or should I say?
No, no, you guys have done a great thing here. In our little session, we decided that we came in not knowing a whole lot and not really understanding where we were going. But then when it started making sense, that all of a sudden new worlds were opened and new ways of thinking and new ways of understanding. And and that's been a real gift. So yes.
I just thank you all so much for what, providing the pathway for us to take this journey together. It's really been something I was thrilled, when Eileen and I got put in the same room to talk, because I mean, our experience, I think we were talking about how we had come from, one particular experience, very, similar in a lot of ways. And, we were learning, like, this was all new, like talking about chakras and, I mean, it's all new. And it was like, okay, these are two, it's another path. But something you said, Amy, in the beginning about the chakras being a divine template just really resonated, that it's putting it together with everything else. And I think that's been the thing that has really jumped out to me I would say in the last 2 to 3 months, is how that piece has come together. It's not two different pathways, both will get you there. No. This is a template that you have inside of you if you just can see it and recognize it. So that's huge to me. And I just, I feel it's been just such a beautiful journey together with all of you. And man, I'm just, I look forward to Monday nights.
We do too.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
I do want to say something about that, because it does feel important that there's a good chunk of us that were in this contemplative Christian tradition, this course of study for 2 years together. And I'm writing this book now, as you all know, Queen's Guide to Fidelity. And this journey home, like for me, this time has been a total integration of all of it. And that's been a huge gift to me. I think, I knew already, but now I know in my bones, like I know. And yeah, so it's been I think this is what happens, like all the wisdom traditions, they really are, it's all one. And how beautiful it is when your tradition, whatever it is, whatever, it can like expand in such a way that you experience it. Yeah, so differently. Marcia, you said it, like worlds open up. And it's with this like original tradition. Like you didn't have to, you in some ways come back, you can come back, which is really beautiful. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly not linear.
It's not linear.
Just keep circles.
Yeah, spirals.
Amen.
Expanding spirals.
Yes, amazing spirals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we've got about 15 minutes left. We want to
Have
have
we
a
heard from everyone? Have we
Yeah,
heard from everyone?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Who else do we need to hear from? Because we do want to say something about next year. So
Let's see.
who else? Anybody else want to share? Peg, I have to say, I, doing all of your little emails was like, it was such a gift to me to go back to what you had shared. And Peg, you were in such a different place.
Oh, yeah, boy.
What a year, so I just am wanting to honor that. Yeah. And just invite you if you want to share something.
Oh, what Amy is talking about is that at the time that I started this, I was caring for my husband who was dying of cancer, and I was navigating caregivers and connecting, and at the same time, kind of just seeing his spirit through to the other side, which was a job. It was a job in itself. And where I am now is, and everything that I learned here, I used, everything fit to keep me grounded and to navigate those relationships with so many different people, and to try to bring the best of what they had to Craig so that he could pass peacefully. And yeah, and now I'm kind of ready for the next thing, and that's what Jen and I were talking about, is that if we're going to go up to the remaining chakras, it's bringing down, trying to bring that knowledge down, the divine knowledge down to meet that heart and to be that bridge, and I'm ready for that. So thank you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Peg. Wow, beautiful. Yeah. I'm so glad I asked, Peg. Okay, Gray J, you want to say something about what's coming?
Well, next year we have chakras 5, 6, and 7 that are in the spiritual world. And one of the huge problems that I'm having is, that I've been having the last couple of months, as I've been looking forward to this, is how do you put that in words? Because the spiritual world isn't in the physical world. They're two different worlds. And this is a world of feelings and perceptions and experiences, spiritual experiences. And it's not so much words. So when you see us struggling, trying to find words to express something, please keep in mind that we're in a world that words, we're having to create words to explain or express a feeling or an experience. So what our plans are, because so much of that is personal experience, as opposed to conversation. So what our plans are is to meet once a month. On the second Monday of each month, we will meet. We will spend 3 months taking a look at the 5th chakra. It's going to take us that long, and we'll be asking you to have some experiences within that field. And we'll give you some suggestions, but you can go out and seek your own also. But it's your experiences now. You've gone to the point where you're aware that you're a physical entity. Well, let's expand that awareness. Let's expand and make use of that so that we are more fully who we are, both spiritually and humanly. And then in the last section, we will attempt to pull it all together, and it will be experiencing. So I guess that's about all I can say. We plan to just meet an hour at a time. There will be some information each time. We will actually give you some reference books if you want to look up some more things. We'll give you some of the ones that we have been exploring ourselves, and some things that we've been trying. We'll share that with you. It's a personal journey. We want to come out of this on the other end fully human. We want our feet on the ground. We want to be fully grounded. We want to have that internal stillness that's going to allow us to absorb the moment and make the very best decision for the we, because we are we. We're all connected. Anything else you want to say about that, Amy?
I think so. Just that so as Jay said, it will be the first 3 months on the 5th. So we're going to kind of be in the same rhythm in terms of the season. So winter will be with the 5th, spring will be with the 6th, summer will be with the 7th chakra, and then in the fall, we're going to have some time to work with a particular text.
Harvest the whole thing.
Yeah. And so that's the thought. I'll put out in the harvest the dates, but like Granny Jay said, we're thinking the second Monday of each month, from 7 to 8. And of course, if we go over that a little bit, maybe, but the idea here is, I think, it's a very personal journey. The spaciousness will serve us. And we still need each other, Leah, as you said. I think we have really laid such a beautiful, strong foundation, and that will continue to serve us. So being able to touch base, on a regular basis will feel good. I think it's going to feel, I'm like looking forward, because we do have some text that we want to use each time. And I think that that's going to be fun for us, a little bit different. You'll see that the flow is slightly different because, again, we're in a totally different space here in these upper chakras. So we're already imagining what this will feel like. And I'm personally really excited about it. And it's going to be really fun. And I'm excited just to continue to grow together.
Calls for a lot of bravery. And I will make myself personally available to interview if you have questions or concerns as you go along, when you get into some of this spiritual stuff. And I will just share with you, my comfort comes probably because of my experiences in Scientology, because I was a very active Scientologist for about 3 years. But it offered a lot of truths and absolutely no creativity. And if there's one thing that we're creative beings. We're here to create and express and to answer our callings and to fulfill our callings. And we came here for a purpose. And we're going to and we probably have, at our ages, we're probably, most of us fulfilled a lot of our purpose. But there's always a purpose forward for us.
Mary, great. Look at you. I think this is a big part of your purpose, what you're doing with us. And it is not fulfilled yet. Yeah.
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 So,
Okay, so anybody, any questions? What comes up? We're going to move to close here in just a minute. Yeah, Daniel. You're already in the quiet.
Yeah, since it's going to be personal, is there an advantage for us to journal experiences and bring them to the group
I
as
think
something to relay? Not to objectify it, because I don't like journaling too much, but
I,
at the same point, just somehow capturing the experiences that we're having.
We did talk about that a little bit, about creating some kind of way to share. We talked a little bit about, we're going to start January, Anna. The 12th will be the first. We talked about maybe doing a Facebook group. That feels too noisy, not right. So, where we landed is just trusting that you all will share it. We'll share out in an email, or if somebody wants to take on something, I've played around with different platforms, but I think just keeping it simple. And so we're just going to rely on email for now as a way to share. But for sure, I like your idea about journaling and the importance of that. And maybe we can figure out how to, yeah, build in some time. I don't know. Grady J, what you?
well, I guess we're not really good at giving assignments, but as adults, we know what we need for ourselves. And journaling is certainly a very good way to track and to recall. So probably we'll give you, when we began, I kept giving you some yoga exercises and things to do. There are breath exercises that we can do. So Amy and I will do some discussion of this and decide sort of what kinds of exercise we might suggest. But any of you should do what you feel called to be done. Listen to your guides.
Yeah.
They're going to talk to you more and more and more. Mary will tell you now that she knows that they're there, that if she says, oh, I wonder if we need to call so-and-so, she better be careful, because the next phone call is going to be that person, because that's been happening. So it's a personal ride.
Yeah, and I want to say too, one of the things I noticed, again, going back to some of those early questions, is we ask you all how you wanted to, what you might want to contribute. Daniel, you were going to be participating in all that, the men's groups, and you were wondering how you might contribute some of that. Lee, I remember, of course, you in the meditation. Jen, you were gonna maybe, like, there's something you could share, some reading or poetry. And I do think, like, wow, it might be time that we begin to just like self-organize a little bit around that. So in other words, if Daniel, if you feel called to like invite people to meet,
Get together on a Monday that we're not meeting, hey, call a meeting.
beautiful. I think, yeah, let's lean in because we all have so much to contribute. And we didn't really get to, we really weren't at a place yet to invite that. We were learning too so much as we were going. And so, yeah, I think I'm really curious. Whose word was that? Peg, it was your word. I'm really curious with you how this might all shape out next year. Yeah, what it might look
Yeah.
like. Mary.
I would say that I would also ask folks that be aware of the new year and as we move to the higher chakras, the epiphanies that will come to you. Those moments of divine truth that connect with you and realizing that they are divine truth speaking to you. And I do think that happens as we move up the chakras into the higher spiritual truths that come to us. They're not just coincidences. They truly are being spoken to you.
Yeah, just so we can hear them then. You have to be aware to hear. We can begin to hear them.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow, Mary. Boom. Okay, so I want to hear all of our voices before we close, and I have a closing song. Is there anything else, Grady J, you want to say? Any other question? We're going to do a quick checkout.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, just a couple words, maybe gifts that you've received. Drop whatever you want to drop in the center, and then I'll offer a closing song.
I'll say I'm excited to hear about the plans for next year. And I was feeling like, oh, this is finally my chance. I've been wanting to record some meditations, and like, y'all would be such a good practice group and motivator for that. So I'm gonna start thinking about that. Also, I'm going to India. I'll be there for January, but I'll be in India in February. So I'll come back with lots of fun things.
We're
Deep
expecting it.
gratitude. I bow down.
Very grateful to everybody for helping me along the path, and I wish you a very happy, divineful New Year.
I'm grateful for an open mind, and that you have been so open. You have also opened your mind and opened your hearts. And I've learned so much from all of you, and I'm looking forward to what else there is to learn.
I'm being struck by thinking of other times I've been together with Amy and Granny J, and over these journeys, how I've been supported with brand new community at just the right time when I need it, when I had no expectation that I was going to need it in such a real way. Thinking of a lot of things we've gone through in this last year, and in that process, becoming more and more and more and more and more myself, and getting to know that person that wasn't nurtured when I was young. So thank you for helping me be me.
I think grateful might be the word of this session. And I want to thank both Amy and Jimmy. You've been great. And I'm ever so grateful to meet all of you that I've never met before. So thank you. Have a wonderful new year. Looking forward to the new year.
I too am grateful that the divine has brought Amy and Jimmy together to then bring their gifts to all of us. And I'm thankful for the community that this has just brought into my life. So thank you, and wishing you all a happy new year.
Yeah, I'll echo that. What a gorgeous pair of teachers these two are, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so grateful. Yeah, the generosity and the love and all of you as teachers have been really just such a blessing in my life this year. I feel like we've just been on fertile soil, and I feel like we're just gonna shoot up like sunflowers in the new year or something. Like we've just been, been doing it, and I feel like there's there's something that's really culminating here. So much love.
Yeah.
I think you're right. The grateful's the prime word for tonight. Just for Amy and Jimmy, for all that you've brought to us, and for everyone. We talked about that a lot. Eileen and I did in our session, in our one-on whatever it was, the little group. So I'm really looking forward to the new year and the new journey, and I'm so excited about the fact that it's not structured. It's loosely, there's a frame. You guys have got a framework and are so willing for it to unfold like the divine wants it to unfold. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Well,
I'll give our students A pluses. Thank you all very much. We're really grateful to have this opportunity, right, Amy?
oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I am just so moved. I think that what a miracle. And to be in a miracle together and aware of that miracle together, that our hearts have led us here. And wow, wow, wow. That's all I got. Wow, wow, wow. Love, love, love. God, heart just outpouring. Yeah, wow.
You know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now is you and Jen Lowe and Leah and Marcia
Dancing like
dancing in the grass in my backyard at the night of my 95th birthday party. Gosh, you
yeah.
guys are expressing the joy of all of it.
We were getting down. We were getting down. I didn't know Marcia had moves like that.
Or lederhosen like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there too, dancing, and I forgot.
Oh, yes.
You were up there.
It was, yes.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. Picked up a few steps from you too, Amy.
Yeah, just go. Daniel and Tammy, we're waiting on you.
Well, I think what I'd like to share is Mary Magdalene's 5-word code to awaken Sophia. Sophia flows through me now.
Mm-hmm.
Direct access to the divine.
Yeah.
We don't need the priests.
No, we don't. I think we're a little divine ourselves if we really take a look at it.
Yeah.
We're also created by Christ.
It's all about relationship.
Yeah.
It's all relationship.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I want to copy everybody's words. I'm so grateful. I feel like the energy here is love and gratitude, and I'm inspired by Granny, with the teaching, you guys, you've been mentors and using gifts and using them freely with love and generosity and just everybody sharing and being so open and kind. You don't find this easily, and I just love it, and I'm so excited you're going to continue. And then I'm wondering what you'll do with year 3, 4, and 5.
Simmer down, Tammy. Simmer down.
We're gonna be like addicts for this.
It's gonna be your turn.
Well, Happy New Year. And I'm just, I just wish, oh gosh, I really do want to. I'm learning from all of you how to offer gifts and just I'm so grateful. Yeah. Lots of love to you all, and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we have so many gifts to offer one another. And with that, I'm going to offer this final gift of this year. It's this beautiful song. You all might expect what it is. We'll see you on the flip side, 2026. Happy New Year, everybody. I'll send out a little harvest with all the details. And we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see you then at 7 o'clock on January the 12th. In the meantime, here we go. Put me in my right place. Oh, love, put me in my right place.
access to the holy.
Ah,
New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Woo, so much love.
Yeah, lots of love. It was a great 25. It's going to be a marvelous 26.
Oh,
Take care,
Bye.
everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hey,
love you.
Peggy.
My
Bye,
echo's
everyone.
gone.
Love, loves.
Okay, until the 9th, let me know what time you're arriving.
I sure will. Take good
Okay.
care. High fives,
I
high
will.
fives, high fives.
We've done good.
We have. Yeah. I think our guides are pleased.
Our guides, the people who are teaching us is doing a darn good job.
They're doing very good. Many thanks to them. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, Grady J.